We're back! Selling you wine. Talking about wine. Because it's fun to talk about. This is easy. This is like, doing this all day is like, it's like not working. You know what I mean? It's working, you know, because basically if you don't buy these wines after I tell you about them, then we'll go out of business and my wife will leave me. But, but seriously, you need to buy these wines. So just as we go through this today, remember how great these are and buy a lot of these. Which today, I think you will. I think you will. I think you're gonna buy a lot of these. This is the Mill Keeper. First of all, the label's pretty dope. At first thought, you're like, okay, you know, and you take a hard look at it and you're like, no, that label's pretty sharp, right? This is the Gamble family. This is Tom Gamble. And for those of you who don't know, I interviewed Tom Gamble a few years ago on the Extract on our YouTube channel, and it was a great interview. He's, you know, the old Napa, the previous generation, you know, him and Williams of Frog's Leap and Ed Sprague and these guys, they were a different time. They were the, I'd say the right generation of Napa. You know, they were the generation of Napa, the ones that really kind of helped put the area on the map. And they like a particular type of wine. They grow a particular type of grape, and they do things their way. Less flashy and more, you know, results. And you know, fact of the matter is, a guy like Tom Gamble, he can do whatever the hell he wants, because his family is the Gamble in Procter & Gamble, so he doesn't have to answer to anyone. Hotshot enologist, yeah, piss off. You know, he can do his own thing, and he has forever. These guys have been grape growers, multi-generational grape growers in the Napa Valley. They keep a low profile. They have 3 or 4 different patches of vineyard. One of them over by, you know, next door to Screaming Eagle. Everybody's next door to Screaming Eagle, but he really is. And then they got some dirt in Rutherford. They have dirt in a couple other spots. Fact of the matter is, they're one of the top growers in the Napa Valley. They make their own amazing wines, and they sell fruit to a lot of the top wineries. And we're gonna cut into that a little bit today with this Mill Keeper series, because this kind of covers a lot of bases quickly, but all in like this warm, fuzzy, super cool way. So I'm gonna jump right into it. The Mill Keeper is like a new alternative label that was started by the Gamble family because he knows wines are getting expensive. He knows things are shooting up in price. He knows, like, you turn around and every Napa Cab's $200. And he's doing a little bit of that. He's got some fancy wines on his site, but I think he comes from a different time that, you know, wine was just wine. You're supposed to drink it and not sweat whether you can afford it or not. And the Mill Keeper was part of that. But the other side of Mill Keeper is just the work that he's doing, giving back. Because this is the contributions are going back to support the old, what do they call it, the bale grist mill? Yeah. Anyway, it's a national landmark. The old bale grist mill is legendary in the North Coast and wine country, and a lot of the proceeds from these wines goes to work on, restore, and maintain the bale grist mill up there, as well as, you know, he's given back to other concerns with this. Basically, he's not making any money on the deal. Let's cut to the chase. This is not a cash cow for Tom Gamble. He's got his cash already. He's got his vineyards. This is just fun. This is just him doing what he does and kind of thumbing his nose at the rest of the Napa Valley, you know, and what a treat. So the Mill Keeper white wine is actually a blend of 70% Sauvignon, 30 Chard, if memory serves. Looking at my notes here. 70% Sauvignon Blanc, 30% Chardonnay, which, by the way, in case y'all don't remember, the Gamble family Sauvignon Blanc is one of the best in the Napa Valley. He's one of the last cats with Sauvignon Blanc in the vineyard. Everybody else has ripped out, planted Cabernet, of course. Why wouldn't you? It's 20 times the money. But again, honey badger don't give him. So he can leave the Sauvignon Blanc in. And what he has great old vine Sauvignon Blanc. He makes 2 or 3 different Sauvignon Blancs, direct from the winery, and one of them that we sell. And they're beautiful. They're gorgeous wines, barrel-aged, Bordeaux style. He takes part of that Sauvignon Blanc, and then he blends it with 30% Chardonnay. Now, his Chardonnay from the Gamble Ranch, you guys might not know this, but the Gamble Ranch has been the anchor of the famous Beringer Reserve Chardonnay program forever. Forever. The Gamble Ranch is the secret weapon and what makes the Beringer Reserve Chardonnay, which gets 97, 98 points, so yummy year after year. So we got his Sauvignon Blanc that he makes like $40 baller Sauvignon Blanc from. He's got the Chardonnay, which the same vineyard that he sells probably to Beringer for their Beringer Reserve Chardonnay. He blends those two together and then makes a wine under 20 bucks. Yes, please. And the Chardonnay Sauvignon blend works perfectly in this wine. Rounder, it has a little bit of barrel aging, 10 months, and the wine sees this like, there's an ease of drinking here. The Sauvignon has all that wonderful kind of guava and then tropicals that you get from his Sauvignon Blanc, that almost white Bordeaux-y type thing. And then the Chardonnay just kind of centers and frames the wine. What a deal. Sensational, ridiculous wine. And then there's the Millkeeper red wine. So just 2019 red wine in Napa Valley as well. His vineyards are some of the best Bordeaux grape vineyards, Bordeaux varietal style vineyards in the Napa Valley. This one, the foundation is about 2/3 Cabernet Sauvignon. And a lot of his red wine vineyards are, in Oakville. Right? Actually, this one's got smashing color. It even looks a little more richer and intense than what I remember. But the key thing here is, Tom makes classic Napa wines. This wine is not oaky. It's not heavy. It's not porty. It's not gooey. The wine isn't 60% alcohol watered back. It's a legit 14.5. Which, yeah, do your reading. You'll be amazed. Man, the Napa-ness of this wine. There aren't this many wines being made out there nowadays, whether it's Heights, Mycomus, Mathiasen. This wine kind of falls into that camp. This classic, what happened to just good old-fashioned Napa Valley red wine camp. And I absolutely adore it. I adore both these wines, actually. And they're more my jam from Napa. The big stuff, the new stuff, the enologist stuff, I get it. And it's cool. And it's delicious. It sure is fun. I mean, Napa probably is making the best wines they ever made, charging accordingly and then some. But the point is to have this moment where you got a guy who doesn't need the money, owns all his own vineyards, and just wants to create something that gives back, provides value, and is friggin' delicious. What a novel concept. It doesn't happen in Napa too often. And in this case, we get the pleasure of enjoying these wines. So 2 wines from the Gamble Family Vineyards. It says Gamble Family Vineyards right on there. So just to show, like on the back it says Gamble Family. He's not, buying Lodi Cabernet and dumping it in there and then trying to, sneak something past you. This is 100% estate bottled Napa Valley red and white wines from one of the top growers in the valley at prices, and we have even better pricing for this offer at prices that frightens most of Napa right now. But Tom doesn't care. Honey Badger doesn't give a shit.